I started playing. When I started playing, I didn't really wear goggles, but at the same time, I knew I needed to wear like contacts or something. But I ended up going with goggles because it's simple. I didn't like them at first, but I went back, watched some old footage as I was growing, more into basketball, and saw some old legends used to wear goggles.
Kareem.
Yeah.
So is that your influence, is Kareem?
Yeah. Yeah, I was a Laker fan, and he was a Laker legend.
I mean, I wouldn't imagine you like get hit in the face much.
Me?
Yeah.
It tends to happen since I'm not the strongest, so I tend to put more of my body in the way.
With the guards you have that playing for you, I mean, how much easier do they make things for you because you've got some good passes on your team?
It's about both ways. If I set a really good screen for them to get them more space, it makes it easier on them to get the ball to me when my man overplays.
Was it at all nerve-wracking the first time you walked out, especially the red-white scrimmage? It was a really good crowd up there. You walked out there, you see all the lights, and out there on the floor, was there a little bit of nerves?
Yeah, it was definitely a little bit of nerves, but as I got more comfortable as things went along.
Yeah, Dennis, I mean, I want to go back to the goggles thing first of all. it's you have different players on this team that have like an iconic look, right? Trey's got the Muhammad Ali tattoo. You've got the goggles. As being a guy that's tall, got these going on here, you're going to have a lot of people as fans of you already. Have you thought about the fact that people are going to probably come to the court repping you in some way, shape, or form? Would that be cool to you?
I've never really seen them before, so I think it's pretty cool, It's my first time going to experience something like that, though.
Yeah, coming to U of L, your fan base is a nation. To be able to play in front of these fans, what does that mean to you?
It's something completely different, and I find it, very exciting, being able to come out, play as hard as I can, and for them to support us as we play.
Coach talks really highly of you. He says that you're one of the hardest workers on this team, that you go out and every practice you grind. What allows you and what gives you that kind of push day in, day out to be the best player that you can be every day?
Well, I know each day is a stepping stone, and the more I push, the better I develop each day, the easier it's going to be for me in the future.
When you start playing well, those goggles, you're going to get an NIL deal. Is that in the back of your mind?
Not really. I just more used to playing.
We're giving him ideas.
Right, yeah. He's like, you know what?
It's like it's rendering. You have a couple teammates that have said that tossing it up to you is like cake. It is just cake work at this point. To be able to be the big man that is a helpful player, not just for yourself. Not only does that help you, but it helps the rest of your team as well. What does it mean to be such a core asset for this team?
I think it's really, a really good thing. Since I draw defense with lob help, it makes it easier on them to get the shots that they want to get.
Now, KP will say pretty much anything. He said he wants to be that coach that can talk trash to the other team. What's some of the crazier things he's probably said to you in practice?
Me? He's only pushed me to be better so far. Continue to push me, make sure I'm where I'm supposed to be, make sure I'm doing what he needs me to do.
The team chemistry, what has that been like just on and also off the court?
The team chemistry has been really good, we're really able to talk to each other and we hang out with each other off the court.
Hey, appreciate you, man.
Good luck this season.
Thanks so much.
No problem.
We're going to get you an NIL deal.
We're working on it.
Yeah. We're steamrolling it along. We'll give you our thoughts later on. Thanks, man.
Man, but besides being tall and blocking shots, what can you say about what you bring to this team? Is that the extent of I guess that's a lot, but what all do you bring to this team?
I feel like I bring some energy, and I feel like I'm continuing to develop my skills on the offensive side with being being really good in two-man game with pick and rolls. And I feel like I'm continuing to develop within my post catches.
Now, I gotta ask you, we were talking over there about getting dunked on, and someone said that you had been dunked on by a couple of players. Now, is that true?
Yeah, things have happened in the past, but you always got to use it as motivation to continue to develop.
And has there been a player on this team you haven't dunked on?
I think it's definitely a guard because they usually don't jump. Most of the time, the guards are out of the play.
Now, other than, because you were tall, probably most of your life, what made you actually start playing the game of basketball? Was it somebody saying, hey, you should come out because you have a little length, or what got you motivated to begin to start the game?
I started watching basketball when I saw my cousin play, and I thought it was really fun the way he played, so I started to get into it.
Now, what can you say about the team chemistry? I guess at this point in the season, where do you think you guys are at as far as coming together and playing and learning and knowing each other, and I guess being able to anticipate what the other's going to do?
I feel like the team chemistry is really good, and we're just going to continue to develop it as we go along. Right now, we're meshing really well, we get along really well, and we're talking to each other to make sure we know what each person is thinking.
We saw you guys in the red, white, and whatnot. How close is that, I guess, to what you guys have been playing in practice? And where is that in comparison to the potential that you guys actually have?
Well, I feel like the red, white was a bit different, because we know each other, we know each other's plays and all that. So it was a bit more difficult, but I feel like we showed cases of our potential. We just got to continue to develop and do a good job taking care of the ball and making sure we're doing what we're supposed to.
How are you coming along as a player?
So far I've developed a whole lot, and there's still a whole lot for me to continue to grasp. And it's been really nice seeing what I've done, being able to grow from.
What's the biggest stride that you think that you've made?
Definitely on both sides of the court, I've made a really good stride. Being able to run the floor better and being better in the pick and rolls and being better in ball coverages.
Now we see you dunking the ball a lot, but what about your outside shooting? What other things I guess do you bring scoring wise to the team?
Well, I have a pretty soft touch for a big man. Outside scoring is something I'm still making sure I'm developing, because I want to make sure it's absolute before I go out there and start shooting shots.
My last question is I guess about the personal goals that you set for yourself, other than hanging a banner or things like that. What are some of the things you hope to achieve on a personal level?
Well, my personal goal is just to make sure every day I'm getting at least 1% better than the last.